What if I told you waiting for interest rates to drop could cost you $50,000 on your dream home? Because you know what? It's not just about the rates. Let's break down why timing the market might be the worst decision you could make. And I know what you're thinking, but shouldn't I wait for better rates? Trust me, I've heard this 1,000 times. Everyone's holding their breath, hoping for that magic moment when rates drop and they can swoop in for that deal. But here's the thing, this waiting game isn't as simple as it seems. The thing is that while you're sitting on the sidelines, the real estate market keeps moving. Prices are going up, good homes are getting snatched up, and that dream house you've been eyeing, it might not be there when you finally decide to jump in. Now, I'm not here to push you into buying a house you can't afford. That's not my style. I'm here to help you understand what's really going on in the market and how you can make the best decision for you. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to walk through why trying to time the market might be the worst decision you could make. I'll show you how to approach buying a home in today's market without getting burned. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll have a whole new perspective on whether you should buy now or wait. Remember, I'm not just talking about saving a few bucks on interest. We're talking about potentially saving or losing tens of thousands of dollars. That's the kind of money that can make a real difference in your life. So stick with me because this information could be a game changer for your home buying journey. Let me break it down for you with some real numbers. So you're looking at a $400,000 home and you've got 20% down payment already ready to go. With today's rates, your principal and interest payment would be about $2,070. Now compare that to just a few weeks ago, payments would have been approximately $2,150. That's an $80 difference a month. Not bad, right? But here's where it gets tricky. While rates have come down a bit, home prices are still through the roof. The national median list price is hovering around $440,000. That's a tough pill to swallow for a lot of buyers out there. Now you might be thinking, great, rates are lower, but what good does it do me if I can't afford the house in the first place? And that's the kicker. This is why it's so crucial to understand how interest rates and home prices dance together. Lower rates don't always mean better deals across the board. Sometimes they can even drive prices up as more buyers enter into the market. Now you might be wondering, so what's the deal? Are these lower interest rates going to stick around? Well, I've got some insider news for you. Lawrence Yun, the chief economist at the National Association of Realtors, believes the new normal will hover around 6%. Guys, unfortunately, mortgage rates will not go down to 3%, 4%, or even 5%. I agree with Lawrence Yun. The average interest rate will likely continue to stick around 6% through the rest of 2024. So let's talk about a friend of mine who thought she had it all figured out. 6 months ago, she decided to play the waiting game, hoping for interest rates to drop before buying her next home. Fast forward today, she gets a wake-up call. She finally got her lower rate, but here's the thing. Home prices in the area that we were initially looking at went up by 5%. Now you might be thinking, 5%? That doesn't sound too bad. But let me break down the math for you. On a $400,000 home, that 5% increase translated to $20,000. Even with her lower interest rate, she ended up paying more overall. Now you might be wondering, but what if the rates drop even further? Wouldn't that make up for the price increase? Here's the thing. The Federal Reserve's actions have a big influence on mortgage rates. If rates drop significantly, we could see a surge in buyer demand. And you know what happens when demand goes up? That's right. Prices could shoot up even higher. It's like a game of real estate whack-a-mole. You think you're getting ahead by waiting for one thing to go down, but then something else pops up and hits you in the wallet. And let me tell you, I've seen it happen more times than I can count. And here's the real deal. While you're playing the waiting game, life doesn't stop. The perfect home you've been eyeing, it might get snatched up by someone else who didn't want to wait. That neighborhood you love, it might become less affordable the longer you hold out. I get it. The idea of possibly getting a better deal is tempting. But remember, a home isn't just a financial investment. It's where you're going to live your life. Every month you spend waiting is a month you're not building equity, not settling into your new community, not making that house your home. Now let's talk about something that often gets overlooked when people are waiting to buy a home: the hidden costs. These aren't just financial costs, but they can have a big impact on your wallet and your peace of mind. First up, opportunity cost. While you're sitting on the sidelines waiting for the perfect moment, you're missing out on building equity. Every month you pay rent instead of a mortgage, you're essentially throwing money away. That's money that could be going towards owning your own piece of the American dream. But it's not just about the money you're not saving. It's also about the potential gains you're missing out on. Property values tend to increase over time. So while you're waiting, that home you've been eyeing might be appreciating in value. You're not just losing out on building equity, you're potentially missing out on some serious property value increases. Now let's talk about the stress factor. Trying to time the market perfectly can be overwhelming. You might find yourself constantly second guessing your decisions. Should I buy now? Should I wait for another month? What if rates go down next week? This constant state of uncertainty can take a real toll on your mental health. Let me tell you about my client, Michael. He decided to buy a townhome at the end of last year, even though rates were higher than they are today. And guess what? He's already seen his home value increase by 3%. Plus, he's been building equity instead of paying rent. Now, I know you might be thinking, but wait, I heard the market is cooling down. Should I wait for prices to drop? It's true that we've seen an increase in price cuts. In fact, the share of homes with price cuts rose significantly in July. But here's the catch. This doesn't mean prices are dropping dramatically, nor does it mean that this is happening everywhere. Real estate is local, and what's happening in one city might not apply to another. All right, let's talk about your personal market timing strategy. Forget about trying to predict the perfect moment to buy. That's a fool's game. Instead, we need to focus on what really matters: your financial readiness and personal goals. First things first, let's do a quick assessment. What's your credit score looking like? Have you saved up enough for a decent down payment? And most importantly, where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years? These are the questions you need to be asking yourself, regardless of what the market's doing. Now, I know what you're thinking again, but what if I wait and prices do go down? Here's the thing, real estate is local. What's happening in Maryland might be completely different from what's going on in your neighborhood. You need to zoom in and look at your specific area. Are home values in your target neighborhood going up, down, or staying steady? Is inventory increasing or decreasing? These local factors are way more important than national trends when it comes to your buying decision. Let me give it to you straight. The decision to buy now or wait should be based on 3 things: local market conditions, your personal financial readiness, and the potential for future rate changes. That's it. Not what your neighbor's cousin's friend who's in real estate tells you at a barbecue. If you find the right place, buy now. You can always refinance later. Think about that. If you find a perfect home that you love and can afford, why wait? Remember, first-time buyers are starting to come back to the market. They're realizing that while mortgage payments might be higher now, they're fixed, unlike rent, which keeps going up year after year. By focusing on your personal situation rather than trying to outsmart the market, you can make a more informed and confident decision. It's not about timing the market perfectly. It's about finding the right home at the right time for you. All right, let's wrap this up and get to the heart of the matter. Everything we've talked about. Here's the bottom line. Waiting for the perfect market conditions is like trying to catch lightning in a bottle. It's a gamble that rarely pays off. Look, I get it. The idea of snagging a killer deal is tempting, but while you're sitting on the sidelines, life is happening. That dream home you've been eyeing, someone else might snatch it up. Those mortgage rates you've been hoping will drop, they could just as easily shoot up. Here's the thing, your decision to buy a home shouldn't be based on what the market might do. It should be based on your life, your needs, and your financial situation. Are you ready for home ownership? Do you have a stable job? Have you saved up for a down payment? These are the questions that really matter. Remember my friend and my client Michael from earlier? My friend tried to time the market and ended up paying more. Michael bought when he was ready and he's already seeing his investment grow. Which story do you want to be yours? Now, I'm not saying you should rush out and buy a house tomorrow, but I am saying that if you're in a good place financially and you find a home you love, don't let fear hold you back. Don't let the what ifs and maybes keep you from making a move that's right for you. Because here's the truth. A home isn't just about interest rates or market timing. It's about having a place to call your own. It's about building a life, creating memories, and putting down your own roots. So here's my advice. Act on facts, not fears. Do your research, know your local market, and understand your own financial situation. And when the time is right for you, make your move. Don't let the fear of missing out on a slightly better deal keep you from starting your homeownership journey. Remember, the best time to buy a house isn't when the market is perfect. It's when you're ready. And if you're ready now, why wait? And there you have it, guys. Once again, I'm Lily Vallario, an award-winning real estate agent with 20 years of experience in this industry. I know how fast the real estate market can shift, and I make it my mission to stay on top of the latest trends and updates every single day. If you want to stay in the loop, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the most current real estate market conditions and insights. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and show me your support. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Until next time.